In this video, you're going to be learning 10 very important tips crucial to improving the quality of care necessary for your aging furry pet. In general, dogs age faster than people, and major health changes can take place in a relatively short period. Every year of their lives clocks between 7 to 11 years of our lives, and that's why a dog can be called senior as early as 6 years of age. So tip number 1, keep them active. If they don't move it, they lose it. As your dog gets older, their activity and metabolism level decreases, and they tend to gain extra weight. As a pet parent, you should never let this go uncontrolled. Engaging them in regular exercise will prevent the development or advancement of other health challenges like arthritis, frailty syndrome, and obesity. So, as little as taking walks in the parks to going on morning jogs will greatly benefit them. Old age comes with lower energy levels, so you should never force them to overexert themselves. Be patient with them and gradually build their stamina. There are dog monitors that can be attached to their collars. This will enable you to monitor the activity levels of your pet, and whenever it seems to be dropping, you can take extra effort in keeping them mobile and fit. Tip number 2, regular medical checkups. Okay, so no doubt the length you will go to love and care for your pet. Conversely, you must remember that you're not an expert when it comes to caring for their health. The American Animal Hospital Association recommended an increase in the yearly wellness exam from once a year to twice a year, as this will help the vet establish a baseline of your pet's present health for early detection and management of diseases as they arise. They also give you health plans to enable your pets to live the healthiest and happiest lives possible. Tip number 3, maintain a healthy diet. So, once upon a time, your dog consumes 3,000 calories in a day. The high-meat diet, energy-packed treats, turbo biscuits, etc., which they find quite enjoyable, right? Well, you need to slow down now. As their activity level decreases, so do their nutritional requirements for high calories also. Pet parents might have more than one dog of varying ages at home and might just find it convenient to purchase the same pet food for both the puppy and the senior. This is completely wrong, and here's why. Seniors, unlike young puppies, generally require a low-calorie diet, as this helps prevent obesity, which is a huge problem among this group. Secondly, consumption of a high-fiber diet to complement their gastrointestinal functions is also recommended. Fiber also plays a role in reducing the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and some cancers. It has even been shown to reduce inflammation and reduce the onset of several other complications. So, moral? Do not feed your seniors with young pups food. Tip number 4, invest in orthopedic beds. So, the goal is to keep your senior dog as safe and comfortable as possible, right? A great idea is swapping their old, fluffy, and bouncy bed for an orthopedic bed. This is because too soft beds sink inwards easily and therefore do not provide the necessary support for their bones and joints. Unwinding on an orthopedic dog bed or a heated dog bed will help senior dogs that are suffering from arthritis and other joint problems. This goes a long way in providing comfort and improving the quality of their waking lives. Also, you don't want to place their beds in heights that require jumping and climbing. Something low-leveled that they can easily walk in and out of will do the trick. Tip number 5, brain games. You might find it strange if you continually call out your dog's name and then they just act like they don't hear or see you. It's well known that when pets get older, their cognitive capacities tend to decline. They begin to forget routines and stuff like where their food bowls are kept, how to maneuver their way through the home, and even some of the training they had while they were younger. These things are bound to happen, and in the real sense, you don't just give up on them. There are various brain games, puzzles, and tasks you can engage your dog in that will greatly improve their cognitive capabilities, instead of leaving their brains to bore out and waste away. Tip number 6, monitor changes in behavior. Dogs are known to instinctively hide their pain, which led many experts in the past to conclude that dogs don't feel pain like humans do. But in fact, they do. Due to their stoic nature, dogs don't usually tell us or act it out when they're in pain. This is because from their ancestors, the wolves, dogs evolved to hide signs of weaknesses, which could cause them to be attacked by other group members or even predators. Even in a home setting, other household dogs can instinctively jump on a dog screaming in pain, causing further injury. That's why it's the responsibility of the pet parents to keep an eye out for subtle signs of discomfort or distress, or changes in their behavior including limping, weakness, lying down when eating or drinking, or difficulties changing position. all of which suggests a necessary vet visit. Tip number 7. Regular grooming. As your dog ages, so does its fur and skin. Its coat appearance can go from very shiny to super dull looking and brittle. Aging dogs also suffer from dry, flaky, and irritated skin, which can worsen over time if not properly taken care of. This means that you will have to brush your dog regularly and give them timely baths and haircuts to prevent their fur from developing mats and tangling out, especially in the more furry breeds. You will also want to invest in mild shampoos that will nourish and heal irritated skin and coat. Properly trimming their nails will allow for traction while they walk about. Nails that are too long are at risk of being torn off, such as your dog's nail gets caught on a piece of carpeting or furniture resulting in injury. For more information, check out our How to Cut Dogs' Nails video. On average, most dogs will need to have their nails trimmed every 1 to 2 months, but it can get more frequent than this, even as often as once per week for senior dogs. Tip number 8. Modify their environment. If you have a senior dog, making little adjustments to the home and their immediate environment will be of great support to them. This includes placing anti-slip carpets in strategic positions in the house, or purchasing dog socks with non-slip soles can go a long way in preventing them from losing traction or falling while they try to move around. Elevating the placement of their water and food bowls rather than leaving them on the floor will prevent them from straining their backs and necks excessively. So you will notice that as your older dog ages, there tends to be a role shift towards the younger dogs. As the older dogs fall into the background, the younger dogs begin to dominate. They might even steal food from the older dogs and tend to run into them more frequently. You need to train these young pups on how to maintain adequate spatial interactions to prevent seniors from experiencing injuries or discomfort. Also, if you have children in the house, you should also discourage them against climbing on the backs of the senior dogs, as they're now more fragile and may no longer tolerate vigorous activities like they once used to. Tip number 9. Dental care. Most senior dogs do not get proper dental care during their growing years. That's why it's quite common to see a senior with a few missing teeth. Regular teeth hygiene and dental care visits should be practiced to prevent the development of teeth or gum disease in your aged furry friend. If you ever notice a change in your dog's eating patterns, or you spot bleeding gums, bad breath, or missing teeth, these are symptoms of a teeth disease that demands urgent care. Lastly, tip number 10. Spend time with your dog. Quality time with your senior dog cannot be overemphasized. Old age in dogs comes with a whole lot of changes in your dog's behavior. They become less quick and responsive than they used to be. It's normal for their activity levels to drop low, and most times they tend to isolate themselves in weird corners of the house. Their health declines, and they may not be able to tolerate activities they once practiced. But it's very important for your dog to be assured that you can pick up on their slack. So spend time with them, play games, go on walks, try new adventures together. If you're a busy pet parent, pet cameras can help you check in on your pet any time of the day and talk to them to ease separation anxiety. These will provide a huge emotional and mental support to your pet during this critical aspect of their lives. Again, aging is a normal process, but it is very difficult to watch your once active pet gradually lose function and draw closer to dying. Seeing these new behaviors might be scary, but they don't just show up overnight. And so there's a gradual process for your dog to adapt to these systemic changes. With proper care and attention, your dog will live a healthier and happier life, leaving more space and opportunities for making new memories and bonding with them.